pasado.
Hello, PM. Gang gamblers. Been on for a little over 2 minutes. Just starting. All right. So we're on the east side, 70th Street. Work our way to the west side. Walking up on First Avenue, 70th Street. Probably try to go to the Times Square. I'm gonna head that way. This is pretty much the lane you don't want to be in, which I'm in now. These bikes and skaters and whatnot, they fly on this thing. Try to get off. Hello, M&M. Yeah, it's about 80 degrees. It's nice today. It's not muggy or anything. See what I mean? All these bikers. And this is on the uphill. Well, most people ride those electric bikes, so when you see them flying like that, that's what it's from. It's electric bikes and scooters. Those electric bikes and scooters changed the game. There's so many people on those damn things. The only reason I would get one is just to show people around the city. Like what I'm doing now, but I would just do it on a scooter or an electric bike. But for a daily ride, no, I wouldn't get it for fun or nothing. I don't mind pedaling. I just don't like going up hills that much. But most of these guys, they use it for work. Yeah, that's what I was gonna get a few years ago. The guys I would normally ride with, they had unicycles. But we originally started out with skateboards, electric skateboards. And unicycles took over. But I didn't want to just get a unicycle. My thing was, I want to see how long they're gonna last, in the sense of, when we started wearing the mask and everything, companies is going under. So I was wondering, I said, let me just wait it out and see what happens, you know? But some of those scooters came from Korea. At least the guys I was riding with, they was getting theirs from Korea. And 2 of them became suppliers. But it was so uncertain of, you know, when these things, if they ever really gonna take off. And then at the Staten Island Ferry, they started putting up posters saying what you can bring and what you can't bring in the transit system. Unicycles, pretty much everything, almost everything electric was excluded. So, see how fast this guy's coming? Well, I'm on a wide angle lens, so it's hard to tell. These guys are on the sidewalk doing like 15, almost 20 miles per hour. You know, almost got hit a few times. Not against it, but damn, slow down. Some of these guys don't even slow down. But just like the bicycles and everything, the more you pay, to a degree, you get what you pay for. That's basically what I'm saying. So the guys who got the most range and speed, those are the ones that usually cost the most. Some of these things you can get 100 miles on it or more by now.
I mean, I'm still probably about like 5 minutes away.
And some of them almost self-balancing. So you got to think about all of that stuff when you're getting one. But they're heavy. They're probably heavier than the bicycle, even though it's just that one wheel. Them things are heavy. They be weighing 60 pounds. At least the good thing about a bicycle, you know, the battery runs dead, you can pedal. The bikes are heavy too. They're not light at all. So you gotta think about all of that. But they have places in New York where you can rent all of this stuff. Look at that, $4,500. One of the guys I was riding with, he had a $10,000 electric bicycle. This was like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I was like, $10,000, it's a motorcycle. It had an alarm and all of this stuff. He told me about it. I didn't see it, but that's what he told me. You know, $10,000 for an electric bike. That's insane to me. You know, hey, but to each his own. But he spends a lot of money on stuff like that. Like I said, we was riding in a group. They still ride. I don't ride with them ever since this started, like wearing a mask and whatnot. But they all still ride together. But we used to meet in Astor Place. Well, we met at quite a few places, you know, to do meetups, and then we take off. stuff is no joke. And being that they got so much battery life, you can charge it up overnight and you can ride the whole day. Like I said, you get about, even some of the cheap ones you can get at least 12 to 20 miles. So the ones that you spend, like you said, 4,500, that's like 100, that's probably 80 to 100 miles. Well, it depends on your weight too. So that's another factor. You're buying this stuff, you know, how much you weigh, you know, that comes into play too. You weigh more, you get less range. And that's one of the things that played me down in a sense. Because I was going to the gym and all of that stuff. And I was weighing like 212 pounds, you know, muscular body weight. So I couldn't get the range of somebody who's weighing 130 pounds. You know, they get the full range out of it. I stopped going to the gym after a while. Plus I was riding with them so much. That slowed me up from going to the gym. Yeah, we used to ride in a group on the weekends, and I'm not making this up. We arrange from, we'll start out with, during the week we'll hit like, we'll start out with like 10 guys, and we'll balloon into like 30 to 50 guys, just riding around. And then, when the weekends come, that's when everybody was off, and we'll balloon from easy 25 guys. The biggest group I've been in on a ride was over 200 guys, and that was with skateboards. So they don't have that kind of, they don't generate that kind of pull at the moment. I'll put it that way, because of the, you know, wearing masks and whatnot. So everybody's still not out yet. Maybe it'll happen next year. On 3rd Avenue, 66th Street. Yeah, but that's definitely a good way to get around. If you ever come to New York, find one of the they popping up all over the place. You can rent a bicycle. It'll make it much easier. You know, rent a bicycle, electric bicycle, and ride around. That way when you bump into hills, you're not up there struggling, trying to pump up a hill. But it's definitely fun. Hey Joe, how you doing? Yeah, I'm on East 66th Street, 3rd Avenue. I'm trying to duck these scaffolding. Jeez. So we out of rush hour. I got off kind of late. Maybe tomorrow I'll get off earlier. All right, what are you doing? I always advise people, if you can, man, rent one of those, rent a motorized scooter or bicycle. Put your phone on, find out where you want to go, Oh man, I gotta cross over again. And ride the city. But you're gonna be outside all the time because ain't nobody gonna really let you in. Especially if you want to get something to eat. That's the downside. That was the benefit of me having a skateboard. I was able to carry it everywhere I wanted to go. Even places I wanted to eat. You know, I just carried the skateboard in, except the theaters. They wouldn't let me bring a skateboard in. I never tried to do it. So this guy named Casey Neistat, he bought it up. And I seen some other guys that tried to get into a theater. And I was going to a theater one time a few years ago. And they won't let you bring a skateboard into a theater unless it's on your backpack. Then they'll let you do. At least that's what I seen. And Casey Neistat said. But I seen one guy, he tried to ride the damn skateboard in the theater. So maybe they got experience with that before and said no more skateboards. All it takes is one person to mess it up. That's all it takes. And before you know it, you can't do it anymore. People doing goofy shit, you know? Usually the best time to come to the city, I think, is when right after 4th of July. Because usually the weather stays stable somewhat. It'll stop raining to death, that type of thing. But if you come here in June, it's usually still raining. Usually that's the best time to come after the 4th of July. The weather starts to dry out. But then again, it heats up too. So you got to think of that too. The humidity is high. If you bring a backpack, you can carry your food with you. Get a thermos or a plastic bottle, fill it up halfway with water, put it in the freezer, let it freeze, and top it off with, water. And it'll stay cold, for a good while, for a few hours, quite a few hours. That's what I do pretty much every day if I don't carry a thermos. I'll just get a regular water bottle, big as I can carry. Fill it up halfway. Freeze it overnight. I'm gonna get ready to take off. Top it off with some water. And just walk or do whatever I'm gonna do. And you have cold water for hours until that ice melts. Thanks again, Joe. Really wanted to get off early so I can. It was nice and bright earlier today. Sun might be down in another hour or less. 60th Street. I'm gonna cross over to Lexington Avenue. Alright, wait, this is Bloomingdale's. Taking up the block. What I find so kind of odd is the small stores, they don't want you to come in with a camera. With the big stores, let's say like Bloomingdale's and Macy's, I can walk in the store and do this. If I want to walk into any of those smaller stores like Gucci, like any of those stores, they won't let me walk in. Five after 7 New York time.
You should have really wasted your pocket.
Bloomingdale's is 150 years old. I could be wrong, but you got that on the walls and the windows. They're not finished decorating. But it says Bloomingdale's 150. Probably wait until they finish. Then go over there one day. I don't know if you can see it on the flags, like the banners. It says 150 Bloomingdale. Probably can't see it. Well, I know that building's not 150 years old. I wonder where they started. Oh, okay. Broad Street. Usually all of the areas that you see me taking these videos to, I work around the areas, especially this area. I would like to see their first location. I probably gotta look at them online. They show up. We go over towards Park Avenue. That building in Bloomingdale, that's probably, it might have been built in the 30s or 40s, maybe even the 50s. That's my guess. Could be way off. I mean, they are made out of stone, so they can easily clean it. Hello, John. We're on East 59th Street, Park Avenue. Rush hour just started. So many cars out here. But one of the things that happened was, after the Second World War, not just New York, but I'm pretty sure other cities did it too. They started knocking down a lot of the old buildings and making way for new buildings. So that's why I was saying that building might have been, you know, built in the 1940s. I mean, if you look at the story of New York City, and they destroyed a lot of buildings. And that's when the landmark thing started popping up, because they was just taking buildings out. I mean, they was destroying neighborhoods, like plowing them down. Especially like Grand Central Station and areas like that. I think I discussed this before about Robert Moses. That's what he was doing. He's taking buildings out. And watch how I'm walking too. Try to walk in these stores with a camera, they'll flip out. You can't do that, you can't do it. You gotta leave. They will flip. Oh man. That's nice. He much just did this. He gave this building Dior floral. Whoa. Checking out the new iPhone. Well, when they had their little keynote thing going on. And, the size of the iPhone Pro Max, they're giving you an option now. You can get the iPhone 14, the regular size, or you can get it the Pro Max size. So that's a lot of battery life. Yes, she was. I can't remember the lady's name. Oh man, I can't get it. But it was a lady in the village. She was big on that. She saved the village, like the West Village in that area. She saved it. They was gonna plow. That guy Robin Moses, he wanted to plow a double deck. What you call it? Highway through the village. And she got him to stop. I can't remember her name right now. Yeah, man, she was forming marches and everything. We're just gonna walk through this store for a moment, cause this might be the only store in the country or in the world. This is a 24-hour Apple store. It never closes. It usually closes around 12 o'clock for the guys to disinfect, you know, to clean everything up. It's always been that way. And yeah, this store been here for quite a few years. Well, over 10, I believe. 'Cause I've been coming here a long time. And they remodeled it. But it's a 24-hour store.
Bye, take care.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this little pan so y'all can see what it look like. Of course, the trees are, I believe, are fake, but who cares? It looks nice. And also, when you come in and you want to make an appointment, you got to make sure when you make that appointment, it's either AM or PM. Because you can make that mistake and put down AM. You got to make sure you specify AM or PM. All right, so we're gonna skip out of here. I want to get on the floor, get off this floor. Anytime you go to one of the other stores, they usually will send you to this store. Depends on the staffing, but the staffing in this store is pretty good. You just gotta wait, especially if you're coming around this time, after 7 o'clock. Everybody else is pretty much off of work. Okay, Mr. Broad Street, you have a good night. Now, when several years ago, like when the iPhone 3 and 4 and all of that stuff was out, they had these type of rails that you see right here, and they made it into like a I don't know. They made a whole bunch of railings for the people to wait outside. And man, this whole area used to be full with people waiting to buy a phone. It was insane. And one of the things was, I met this lady years later, Chinese lady. She told me she used to make good money. Because what the guys would do, these guys had money. They'll pay the people to wait in line and By the time they've finished paying people off, and I mean they give them cash. The people who sold the phones, they would go to China and sell the phones for like $4,000 to upwards of $5,000. I was like, oh my God, you come here and buy the phone for like $400 or $600, and that's what they was doing. They'll get the older generation, or anybody who's willing to wait. And they'll just give them the money to get the phones. That's before they had a cap on how many phones you can get. And a person to come out with a bag, you know, a bag full of phones. And these guys is giving them money cash, straight. She told me she was making good money off of that. But before that, I saw it on YouTube. And then I talked to her about it, and then she explained to me, you know, what was going on to a degree. At least the stuff I didn't get from YouTube. You know, she just told me the little stuff. Yeah, but now they gotta, I think you gotta wait for all of that stuff now. You just can't walk in and say, I want this amount of phones and all of that stuff. You really can't do that anymore. The reason why in China they was buying the phones from the U.S. was because they had some type of cap on what they can see. Like they just couldn't go on the internet. You know, they had restrictions. That's what it was. I can't remember exactly what the restrictions were. I gotta go another block. And it's playing loud music. That's what it was. They had restrictions in China. So they bought the phones from the US. Then it was easier for them to, you know, to bypass everything. Oh, well, I can't tell where the music is coming from. All right, found it. I got all this scaffolding. I'm gonna try to turn right back around because the music is gone. I just don't like to turn the microphone off and you hear nothing but you see a picture. I know that's like kind of boring to see, but don't hear anything. Maybe the music is totally gone. Maybe he left. It's the guys with the three-wheel bicycles, pedicabs. Sometimes they have their own little system, as in sound system. Yeah, blasted. Yeah, it's a very good evening. It's still nice out. I think the rest of this weekend is going to be like this. If I believe, I think the rest of the week is going to be sunny and whatnot. Clear. See, the funny thing is, Joe, when I'm working, that's all I do is work. And then when I do this, I just do it on the fly, you know, right after work, boom. You know, that's what I do. I need to find a day and just, you know, thumb through some of this stuff of what you can do and what you can't do. I caught it a little bit for the app that I'm using, and then I don't know, maybe I forgot it. But these guys come up, you can never tell what's gonna happen. Roll up, they got these pedicabs. Like I said, they got their own sound system. And they can turn it on and off whenever they want. So right when you think it's quiet, and it is, and all of a sudden they just turn it on. And you'll be in earshot of it. If enough time goes by, that computer will pick it up and be like, demonetized, you know. But then you got to take the time, find that track that the spot that it's in, and then go over it, like, you know, like go over the music that's playing and put one of their tracks on. I just got off the block totally. I didn't want to, because that's Fifth Avenue. So those guys with the bikes, they ride all over the place, and especially in that area, looking for people to, you know, ride around with. Man, it's rightfully so. It's just the music be killing me.
You want me to give you my number as well?
No, I have you. Okay, that's good.
Right now, I'm heading towards 6th Avenue. And what is this, 58th Street? I'm around 58th. I'm just trying to duck the music. Basically, that's what I'm doing. There's a bunch of bikes all over the place with the pedicabs playing music. I'm just trying to get out of earshot of that. You just go down blocks they normally wouldn't go down. Like, this is a good block. They're not gonna ride up and down this block. Plus, I try to give people different blocks that they'll probably never see anyway. Well, 10th Street is all the way downtown. I'm not going that far anyway.
Let me put one page just like that one. I look at this one. Where you got
Oh, it's a gimbal.
Let me put it.
Yeah. DJI. Go to YouTube. Got it?
Where you got?
You ever heard of B&H Photo? B&H Photo. All right. Just go on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Bear with me for a moment, please.
Where you going?
Go to YouTube. Okay. You see that? Oh damn. Get out of there. Okay. Type in DJI.
Right here.
Oh man. Just type in DJI.
D.
D J
Wait,
J
yeah.
No, that's a Y. DJ. Go back. DJ. Okay. Now just watch one of the videos.
Where is that one?
Just check out any of the videos, DJIOM4. See? That's this, okay?
Thank you.
All right. That's what I mean by the bikes. Yeah, it was more like a speech barrier. So I had to actually punch it in myself. So at least he can just hear what the guy is saying rather than me trying to explain everything. You can just watch the videos. Yeah, this kind of device kind of draws attention. Some people think it's a selfie stick. Yeah, this is 6th Avenue. But that was one of the places that's out here that where you can rent electric bikes and whatnot. But there's quite a few of them. Usually uptown they have stores where you can buy them. I say rent. I mean, anywhere you go, if you can rent one of those bikes, you know, show yourself around. You get a tour guide to ride with you, that's even better. Where you won't ride into an unsavory area. Oh, the temperature came down lower than I thought. I got a backpack on me, so that's holding in heat. My back be sweating at times. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was on TikTok today. Been around in the afternoon. Well, thanks for stopping by for my YouTube channel. Like I said, I do this pretty much every day, or as much as I can. And I try to hit events also. There's one coming up next week. And I got a list. And I gotta go check out. Man, I'm jumping all over the place. It's what I want to talk about to a degree. I never really settle on one topic anyway. But that's what I mean. Plus it has a gimbal, like a stabilizer in it. So even if I don't have this, stabilizer in my hand, the old, what I was explaining to that guy. It eliminates all of that shaking. So you can't get a selfie stick and make it work without spending $150 on the gimbal. Well, I still say get a gimbal. You can do all of these turns. Like I'm facing forward, but I'm moving my hand to make this gimbal turn left and right, up and down. But right now I'm still walking forward. And I just turn the camera around with this gimbal. So it's 73 degrees out tonight. These those nights you want to stay outside. So I didn't have to work tomorrow. I would stay outside until 2 in the morning. Just a moment. That's what I mean, those guys on the pedicab, they roll by and you blast the music. You can never tell when they're gonna show up. Like just now. Nothing wrong with my phone, I'm just turning the microphone off. It's a bunch of these guys with these damn bikes. Radios. Long line on Radio City Music Hall. The Doobie Brothers. Okay. So running around the block. That block and that block. I've never been inside before, but you must have enough room to hold that many people. Hello, Brazil. I gotta get away from here. What it was, I think it was last week they had Brazil Day, but they didn't have it like they normally would have it, where they have the performers and whatnot. They didn't have anything. All they had was a whatchamacallit, a street fair. I was like, I can't believe they did that. But that's what happened. I guess they'll do it next year. They usually have a really big stage for Brazil Day. And they'll set it up on 42nd Street and 6th Avenue. And then the rest of the block from 42nd to I think 58th Street. Maybe a little further in, I'm not sure, but well, anyway, what they'll do, they'll close it off that far, and then the blocks that's going across restaurants there Brazilian restaurants, and I think a hair barbershop, I think. I'm not even sure if it's still there. And you can go there and have fun, man. Music is good. They got Brazilian, chefs, cooks, all of that, all up and down the strip, at least on 6th Avenue. And like I said, Brazil Street, that area, it's like 1 block long. This guy has no lights. And he's driving a car with no lights. Look at this. Now what's gonna happen is he'll hit somebody, then he'll turn the lights on. Now this guy got his music playing. It's gonna be quiet for a while until I get past this guy that's playing his music. So I gotta get past this guy first. Sorry about the sound being off. He's like turning it off and on. That's why I turned the microphone off. Playing with it. Probably trying to find a song. Thanks again, Joe. Well, it is almost 8 o'clock. I used to go to school with this guy. Hey, mister. It's Tracy Morgan. I used to work on his fish tank also. Now the downside about asking me about food, I don't go to regular spots too tough, like popular places. Let's just say like Red Lobster or whatever. I don't go to places like that. I normally go to the same place, you know, the health food spots. That's what I normally go to. So it's hard for me to tell people like what's the best this and what's the best that. Because I really don't eat fast food unless I have no choice.
Это 3 картинки вот покупай.
In the M&M store. See, I could bring the well. Last year I bought the camera in. They didn't say anything. If you're new to this channel, this is a walking channel of New York City. I do this pretty much almost every day. So like and subscribe, share it. Hey, give me a like if you like it. Pretty much here almost every day.
What's his name?
With the weather being this nice, I'm pretty much sure outside. Maybe when it really started freezing up, probably do some indoor shots of stores, like major stores like Hudson Yards, Macy's, places of that nature. You're welcome, M&M. M&M. Which one is it? I gotta leave the area. These guys blast music. Maybe a loud motorcycle come by and drown it out. What's up, my brothers? My brother's watching my videos. You believe that? All right. First time I got to see him on here. Can't get rid of it. A bad night. I'm just getting weak signal all over the place. I normally don't have this problem around here. That's what it must be, but this is not that crowded for some reason, and I'm getting this problem.
Todo pasó a las 3 de la mañana.
people, if you're new to this channel, this is the walking channel of New York City. I do this pretty much every day. So like, subscribe, share, leave a comment how you found this channel if you're new. I also have a TikTok channel. I post videos up daily also, showing New York City subways, inside of high-rise buildings. Highest floor I've been on was 86. Did a video from that. My videos are from 15 seconds to 3 minutes. So definitely check it out. My TikTok channel is NYCEEFX. Just like this channel. My YouTube channel is the same. Nice spelled with a Y, EFX. Nice effects. Definitely give it a shot. Thanks again, Joe, with the hitting the like button. That definitely helps with the algorithm. And some more people on.
Like taxi.
I guess the buffering stopped. I don't know why it was so strong when I came in. This area is not buffering right now. At least I don't believe so. Okay, people, I'm getting ready to close out. I'll be out tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but it'll be after work, of course. Or I might start early in the morning. Who knows? But y'all have a good night, and for some, a good day. See you on the next one. Take it easy, Joe, and thanks again. Same, MM. Have a good day. Or a good night on my side.